Craig, a close game tonight at Craik Park, where we come out just on the wrong side.
Yeah, well, that's 8 times and you get nothing for that, do you? Unfortunately. 1-0 up at home on a Tuesday night to anybody, you've got to kick on, and we've gone 1-0 up, and after the next 10 minutes, going 1-0 up the first half, we've had chances to go 2-0 up, and we've not took them. But that's been the story so far, and come out second half, 1-0 up, get a corner, and we've not locked on in the areas, we've not no game management. That's the problem, game management. You've got to think about what you're doing, you've got to have a bit about you, a bit of communication, a bit about you to see where the danger is, sense the danger of what might happen. Instead, the ball's got played out and we've just turned on the edge of the box and played it forward, and then we've got a corner. And like I said on Saturday about doing the tactics, I've put on their corners against Prescott on the big screen. We're lucky to have a big telly in the change room. We showed them what the areas of the danger is, and that's where we scored from. And it's an unmarked header, which has happened 2 or 3 times. Disappointing. Like I said, how going in half time, 1-0 up, did JJ great header, and then we've ended up having a couple of chances after that, but we've not took them, but still 1-0 up. And then within 15 minutes we've scored from our corner, which has resulted in them scoring from their corner, and then an easy ball in the box and an unmarked header 6 yards out. But game management, disappointed with. That's the disappointing thing, is we just look like a hoofball team tonight, and you've got someone with JJ who's a big presence up there, and you need to mix your game up. You need to have players who want to get on the ball, and then when you get on the ball, you've got to move it quick in this league. You have 3, 4, 5 touches. That's football in the playground or football down the park with your mates. It's not going to win your games here. We were a fast team, get it forward, touch, pass, move. It's not rocket science. We're not going to invent the game of football here. Talking basics of thinking about the game, but we need to think about it. And I've said it too many times now. We're going to have to look at changing something, because if not, it'll be me. And we need to sort it out. I've said we've got a big game Saturday. We need people to roll the sleeves up, but I shouldn't have to at this level of football. We're not messing around with dog and duck here. We're talking about lads that I'm trying to tell who need to be in the box or need to be here. You need to see where the danger is. You need to see how you're going to affect the game. I think there's too many that let the game pass them by. I think that's probably the best analogy I can use. And that's where we're at. And Saturday we'll see who wants to be here or who doesn't want to be here, who's not that fussed if you're here or somewhere else. Because Saturday's massive now. Yeah, we've good enough first half to go 1-0 up. We competed, but 45 minutes of this league's not enough. And look, I take football to heart. I'm a football person, always been involved in it. You look at Arteta going about substitutes and finishers. They come on to change the game. Robbie Savage talks about 60 minutes, 4 new subs on. You've got to be ready. We've had Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. If you sub, you've got to be ready. I'm not on about tonight's game, I'm on about generally as well. Subs got to come on to change games, change it on Saturday. Them lads have got the opportunity to start. So you've got to be a starter. You don't want to be a sub now, you want to be a starter. Are you doing enough if you're starting? Are you doing enough if you're coming on? You've got to be ready. You might play 30 tonight, you might play 90 next week. You've got to be ready. We should. We've got 7 injuries, 6 injuries. So we need to have a look at changing things around, but you need to be ready, and you need to be thinking, you need to be watching the game if you're not playing. If you're playing, you need to be wanting to keep your shirt. That's always been the saying in any football. You've been a sub, you've been a starter, you need to keep your shirt. If you're a sub tonight, I'm going to show for 30 minutes I want to start on Saturday. It's basics. I'm not reinventing football here. That's basics of football. And if you don't do that, or if you're not thinking about the game, then that's what you get.
You've mentioned this season that attack and set pieces have been a problem, not good enough, but we did score from one tonight, so that must bring you a little bit of pleasure.
Yeah, it did. But a little bit of pleasure. We went 1-0 up from a set piece, good. But you need to practice. I've said it 6 weeks ago. We need to practice it. We've got mannequins here. We've got a 4G pitch. We've got the fact of training here. You need to do your own thing as well. We training 1 night a week this week because we're playing Tuesday, Saturday. Last week we played Tuesday, Saturday. If you're training's got to be tailored to what we need. And then you get 10 minutes at the end, you practice what you're on, right? I'm on penalties, I practice penalties. I'm on corners, I practice corners. I'm on free kicks, I'll go free kicks. You can even go down the park and practice them. But that's basics. You need to have a look. 5-yard passes tonight, not looking at the person you're playing it to. And I'll stand up and I'll take criticism all day long. That's why I'm the manager. I'll take criticism. Last year we overachieved massively with what's been happening behind the scenes. We overachieved. This year we probably underachieving to a little extent, but that's football. You need to have a look. You can only replace players with the budget you've got, and that's where we're at. Last year I took it on my shoulders. We did well. I'm not using that as an excuse because I've done it last season, but we're better than what we've shown. and lads need to start realising what it means, because this isn't dog and duck football down the park. This is a good level of football, and unfortunately, I think too many at the minute letting it pass them by.
Towards the area, Turner gets there and scores! NAB Pat boys to it, and he finds the back of the net. 40 minutes on the clock, and it is 2-1 to the Highwaymen.